Let's understand pointer data types. Pointer type variables store the memory address of another type. Pointers in C# have the same capabilities as the pointers in C or C++. So what is dereferencing? To access the value stored at the address a pointer is holding, you can use the dereference operator. So here we have declared one integer type variable. So memory would be allocated on stack for that particular variable. So A contains 10 now, and the memory address would be 1012. Now, here we have declared one pointer variable which holds the address of A. So P is holding the address of A variable, that is nothing but the 1012. Now here, with the help of dereferencing pointer, we are reading the value at that particular memory location, that is nothing but the 10. So output would be 10 over here. Address of operator. This operator retrieves the address of a variable. To store the or retrieve the address of any variable, we can use address of operator. So here we have used that variable to assign a memory address of a variable to pointer variable. Pointer arithmetic. You can perform pointer arithmetic on pointers. So all the arithmetic operations can be done on pointers as well. C# supports various types of pointers: integer pointers, character pointers, void pointers, and float pointer, double pointer, and long pointer. The void pointer type is a generic pointer type and does not have a specific data type associated with it. Unsafe codes. To use pointers in C#, you need to declare the code as unsafe, and the project must be compiled with the unsafe option. So if you want to use pointers in C#, then you have to make that method as unsafe, or you have to write the code in unsafe block. So let's understand with the help of this code. So here we have declared one class, my class, which contains one unsafe method. The method name is method. So in which we have declared two variables, integer x and y. X contains 10 value and y contains 20. So here we have declared two pointer variables, ptr1 and ptr2, which holds the address of x and address of y respectively. So this line will print address of x variable and this line will print address of y variable. If you want to read the value at that location, then you have to use dereferencing operator with pointer variable. So it will print the value of x, that is nothing but the 10. So this will print value 20. So in public static void main method, we have created the object of my class and we are simply calling that method. So control comes over here. So both variables will get initialized. Then pointer variables contains the address of x and y respectively. And here we are printing the address of x and y. And here ptr1 and ptr2, we are printing the value at that memory location. In another example, we have declared one more method, which is unsafe method. So you have to use keyword unsafe if you want to use pointer variables. So in my class, there is another method add, which accepts two integer pointers, x and y. We have declared one local variable total. So here, value of x is 10 and value of y is 20. So in memory, x would be 10 and y would be 20. Memory location would be 101 and 102. So here we are passing 101 and 102 respectively to add method. So with the help of dereferencing operator, the value of pointer x would be 10 and value of y is 20. So total would be 30. So it will print 30 on console. So in static void main method, we are creating the object of my class and we are calling the method from main method. So what are the restrictions and drawbacks of pointers? So the first restriction or a drawback is security. Using pointers bypass C# managed runtime, which handles memory management, type safety, and security. Pointers can introduce security risk. So the unsafe code was not managed by CLR, that is common language runtime environment. So there would be a security risk because we are directly accessing the address of the variables. Garbage collection. Pointers allow you to manipulate memory directly, which can lead to problems with the garbage collector if used improperly. So the garbage collector is a part of CLR only, and it will manage memory of heap. So if you use pointers in your code, you have to make that block as unsafe. So that would, if we not follow the guidelines by C#, then it will garbage collector will not work properly in case of pointers. The next one is usage limited to unsafe context. So you must mark your code as unsafe to use pointers, which limits their usage in a regular C# application. So whenever you want to use pointers in your code in C# application, you have to write that code in a unsafe block, or you have to make that particular method as a unsafe method. Let's discuss this code, which is related to pointer variables. So in our application, we have write one class, my class, which contains one method, which is unsafe method. So in unsafe method, we have declared two variables, x and y. X is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. Then pointer variables ptr1 and ptr2, which holds the address of x and y respectively. So here we have written address of x variable, and this line will print address of y variable. And if you want to write the value that address is pointing, then you have to use the dereferencing operator. So this line will print 10 value and this line will print 20 value, because ptr1 pointing to the memory address of x and ptr2 pointing to the memory address of y. Then we are passing the address of x and address of y to add method. Then here again, we are printing the value of x, that is nothing but 10 value. So this will print 20 value over here. So 10 plus 20, 30. So total variable now contains value 30, because value at x and value at y, we are doing the summation over there, and 30 would be stored on total variable, and we are just printing that value on console. So let's debug the application now. So the entry point would be main method. X and y is declared and initialized. Now pointer ptr holds the address of x. ptr2 holds the address of y variable. Then we are printing the address of ptr1 and ptr2 on console. This is the ptr1 address and this is the ptr2 variable address. Now we are reading the value at that particular memory location. ptr1 is pointing to 10 value and ptr2 is pointing to 20 value. Now we are passing the address to the add method. So now x contains the address of x variable and y contains the address of y variable. So again, it will print value at X and value at Y memory address. So it would be 10 and 20 only. After that, we are doing the summation of X and Y. So value at X memory address and value at Y memory address would be 10 plus 20. So total would be 30. So on console, the value would be 30 for total variable. So this is how pointers will work in C# programming language. Again, if you remove this unsafe keyword, compiler will give the exception because you are not allowed to use pointers if the method is not unsafe. Also, you have to declare unsafe block and write that code into that particular block only. Then C# will allow the pointers in C#. So now it will not throw any exception. So there are two options. Either you have to make that method as unsafe, or whenever you want to use pointers, you have to write that code in unsafe block. So let's discuss one more program on pointers. So here by using this program, we are swapping the elements. So we have declared two integer type variables, num1 and num2. So we are going to swap the values of those with the help of pointer function. So here num1 and num2, the num1 value is 10 and num2 value is 20. So on stack, memory is assigned to both variables. Num1 is equal to 10 and num2 is equal to 20. So memory address would be 1012 and 1013. Okay. So after that, we are passing the memory address of num1 and num2 to swap function. So the swap function accepts two integer pointer variables, integer pointer A and integer pointer B. So it will accept the address of the variables and not the values. So we are passing address of num1 and num2 with the help of address of operator. So here we have declared one more variable temp. So memory would be assigned to temp variable as well. And we are assigning value at A, means pointer at A. So what is the value at this memory locations? So 1012 contains value 10. So with the help of dereferencing operator, that is star operator, we are getting the value at memory location 1012, which is nothing but 10. So it would be assigned to temp variable over here. After that, pointer A is equal to pointer B. So what is the value at memory location of B? So memory location of B is 1013. So the value is 20. So that would be assigned to pointer A, means value at 1012. So this 20 value would be assigned to num1 variable by using this statement. After that, pointer B is equal to 10. So what is the value of 10? 10. So it would be assigned to num2 variable, that is pointer B. So pointer B is pointing to 1013 location. So value at B is equal to 10. It means this 10 value would be assigned to num2 variable. So let's debug this application. So you may have a clear idea about it. So num1 contains 10 and num2 contains 20. So on console, we have print before swap, num1 is 10 and num2 is 20. After that, we are passing address of num1 and address of num2 to swap function. So let's enter into the swap function now. So we are passing the memory address and not the values. So pointer A and pointer B contains the memory address. That is in our case 1012 and 1013. So this is the imaginary values. So actual memory locations are these. So now pointer A is pointing to the memory location of num1 variable and pointer B is pointing to num2 variable location. So in temp, we are storing the value which is at pointer A, that is 1012, that is nothing but the 20. So 20 would be assigned to temp, not 20, sorry, initially it was 10. So 10 would be assigned to temp variable. After that, pointer A is equal to pointer B. So value at A is equal to value at B means num2 value is assigned to num1. So it is nothing but 20 value. So now a num1 variable and num2 variable both having the same value, that is 20. After that, pointer B is equal to 10. So what is the value of 10? 10. So 10 is assigned to pointer B, that is value at B. So where value at B means this. So 10 value is assigned to num2. So value get swapped. So again we are printing the num1 and num2 on command prompt. So now num1 contains 20 and num2 contains 10. So this is how we can swap the integer variables with the help of pointer variables.